All right, good morning and welcome to another weekly wave. We're going to go ahead and get started. And first thing I want to talk about is the ASR. I don't know if y'all know, but it did open on the 8th and it will close on the 1st of July. But honestly, you need to have your certifications done 10 days after your last day of school. And the close date is set to that because it depends on your RAO visits. So they need to definitely be done by the time the RAO gets to your location. Also, we need you to start checking your calendars to verify that they're correct to date, and be sure that you check your professional days and parent-teacher conference days as well to make sure they're reported correctly. Also check your student view because of transportation. And for campus users, be sure you go in there and you change your reporting timeline or time frame from the FQSR to the ASR. Also, you want to check your find missing students, and there is a new part in there for alt ed student view. And if you put a note in the note field or the note section, it will email the state aid office automatically. And if you have any other questions about this report, you can reach out to state aid at the stateaid@sde.ok.gov email address, or you can contact Lori or Mitzi directly. Lori's number is 405-522-0139 and Mitzi's is 405-522-0120. Lori, do you need to add or want to add anything?
I don't think I have anything. The note section, there's a tab that says notes. So if you have a question, you don't want to email them since you're already in there, you can just click on that and it'll email us automatically. Or if you just want to make a note that says, well, whatever you want to say. Kind of like if your membership has gone up a lot, or if your transportation has gone down, y'all kind of know the drill, kind of like the questions we kind of ask. So.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Lori.
Thank you.
I want to move on next to exit codes and exit dates. And please check these in the ASR because if they're not entered correctly, it does affect accountability reporting. And I've listed the valid exit codes and basically what category they're in. Like 1909 is normally out of state transfers. Private schools, you can use either 1912, 1915, that's out of state. Private schools in state, 1910, 11, 13, and 14. Outside the country is 1916. If a student has gone to an institution, it's going to be 1917. If they've gone to homeschooling, 1918. If they're public in-state transfers, you're going to use 1907, 1908, 1919, or 3508. And 3505, we want you to use that for exited the end of school year. So graduated, of course, it would be 1921. If a student passes away, it's going to be 1923, or if they leave because of an illness, it's going to be 1924. So when you're going through your report, please check those exit codes and the dates. Accountability grades, and I talked about this last week. Please make sure that your grades are entered, and right now we're looking at first quarter or first semester grades, that they're entered and mapped so they're sent to the state. Accountability will be contacting you if we're not receiving that data. So just if you hear from accountability, it probably has to do with that. The STN wizard, make sure you're working your STNs because they can contribute to students showing up in the missing students field on the ASR. And also, just so you know, when you have a student that requires a brand new STN, you have to send that to us to work. But any other STNs that are in your queue, those are for yours to work. So please be sure that you're you're looking at those and resolving those. And if you have questions on any one of them, you can definitely reach out to us and we'll assist. Our ownership wizard, those conflicts need to be resolved. If a student's going to be counted in your district, just I would recommend reaching out to the district you're in conflict with and see if you can resolve it that way. If for some reason you're not getting any resolutions, please contact your RAO and they can assist you. Validation errors. We are seeing a large number of validation errors. Student demographics can also cause a student for not showing up on your ASR reports, and they'd also be located in your missing students section of the ASR. XSD errors. Your district level users can access these, and this is just a snapshot that I took from today. There's right now 373 XSD validation errors that need to be addressed. I don't know what district they're from, or multiple districts, I'm sure. So please be sure to look at that. And we've got kind of a little how-to. So when you see them, there's a part in there that shows the XML file that can actually be sent to your vendor for assistance in resolving. And then there is a description as well that tells the line and position number of the error. So please be looking at those. And if you reach out to your vendor and they have questions, don't hesitate to give us a call as well. New WAVE accounts. If you've got new employees joining your district that need access to the WAVE, you'll need to contact, first of all, whoever manages your SSO logins at your district or school will need to provide them access to the WAVE on SSO. And then that person will need to reach out to the service desk and request an affiliate's login, because you can't get into the WAVE without that. So it does take about 24 hours for your access to show up once you've requested that from the service desk. And to reach out to them for a ticket, just send it to servicedesk@omes.ok.gov. And lastly, if you have questions for us, just send us an email to studentdatainfo@sde.ok.gov. Or there's also documents and guides on the SDE websites under student information. So that's all I have right now. Does anybody have any questions? Okay. Not see any questions. So I know a lot of you. No, June, I don't have anything about PEBT today. We'll have to talk to accountability to address issues with the PSOR. Yes.
Post-secondary opportunities report.
Yes.
Yes.
Angela, status for online open transfer form. They're still working on the issues that they have to address before it's put out there.
So the form is ready. It's about the website. Apparently they found security, OMES security found vulnerabilities that they don't want to release a form that captures personally identifiable information before they get those vulnerabilities mitigated. So the project to enhance the website is supposed to start this week, tomorrow actually, and hopefully they'll have that done quickly so that we can release this form. The form's ready. All we've got to do is release it. But again, security wouldn't sign off on it until the website vulnerabilities were taken care of, and there's only apparently one web developer in all of OMES. So yay, we get to have fun with that. June, the PEB. So if for people that have questions about the PEBT stuff and accountability reporting, they've started releasing some of the data fields in the reports, like number of virtual days and amount that would be given or should have been received. They are summing it all together as one number, and that's fine. However, that they're still doing testing on that. That is still being worked on. It's not 100% ready to go. That's kind of just information right now. For number one, the dollar amount won't be right for 2021, 2022 because it's a different daily dollar amount that they have not incorporated in that. There's other rules that have to be incorporated in the other business rules that have to be incorporated in 21, 22 that are not incorporated in the 2021. So they're still working on that. So while you can look at it and enjoy the fact and get familiar with what's going on and enjoy the early release of that particular data, it is not done yet. So you can just ignore it until we get ready. They're doing some overall testing with it. So I just want to let you know that in accountability reporting, you will see next to every student a number of days of virtual days attended and a dollar amount for PBT. But that may or may not be perfect yet. So don't release that to parents because that could be confusing for them. Because it may or may not be how much they actually are going to get. Go ahead.
Angela has a question about the SD website. It says it tells parents they cannot request 22-23 until July 1st. Can something be added?
I will talk to the accreditation department and ask them to add something to that language to make them understand that transfer requests for the school year 22-23 will start on July 1. I will talk to them today about that.
Okay, Linda has a question. She said it's long. It's about the XSD wizard. 2.x code element is invalid for language code. Do you know of any issue with Infinite Campus on this error? I'm not aware of any.
I'm not either, but I would send that message to Willie and say, can you help me? If he can't, I will gladly help. I mean, I'll gladly work with Willie for sure. Oh, there you go, Linda. We're getting that too with our students who speak Serbian or Croatian. Told us that we fixed in version 22.11. Wow, look at all that.
Yeah,
I could have just kept reading.
Working on it. Okay. All right.
I have, Nancy,
Yes, ma'am.
I have something to add. I found out yesterday. So on the part-time report, if you're working on that, kind of hold off till tomorrow because there's going to be an update tonight on it to get some validations fixed that I put in that obviously I didn't know what I was doing. So sorry about that. If you've had trouble, it should be fixed tonight.
Is that the 3 days thing?
Yes.
Or 3 hours in a day?
Yes. Don't rub it in, Eric.
I'm just making sure because I didn't know you weren't available when I was asking that question.
Right. And yes, it is that. And it took a phone call because I was getting frustrated with the person. Like, I'm explaining exactly what you're supposed to be doing and you keep on coming back to me. So she finally called and I was like, oh, okay. I got it. So I got Thomas to get that fixed and tonight's when they roll everything up. So
perfect.
It'll be good.
Anything else?
We will not have a call next week because of spring break. So I know there are districts on spring break this week, but a lot on next week. So if yours is next week, enjoy your spring break. Other than that, I mean, we don't have anything else. If there's no other questions, we'll go ahead and end the call.
Thanks, guys. Have a great week next week.
Yes.